not massive at all. Anyways, hello my sweet souls, welcome back to my channel in another video. Today's video is definitely different. I am answering some questions you guys have sent me on my DMs more about me, to know where I come from, my background, how I learned that I was an empath, how I kind of got into the paranormal, kind of how I started my channel, and we're gonna get into that. So if that's the kind of thing you really want to know, stay tuned. So let's go ahead and start back. If you guys haven't already caught it, my name is Corey. I live in Stafford County, Virginia. However, I was born and raised in Alexandria, Virginia. Went to T.C. Williams High School, which, of course, if you've watched yes, that is my old high school. Loved that school. My mother went to that school. It's torn down and gone. Looks more like a damn college, to be honest with you. Anyways, let's kind of stop with that, get into what we're supposed to be getting into. I am a goofball. So to get into kind of how I figured out I was an empath, when I was around, I want to say 13 or 14, my grandmother raised me. And I always saw her looking at different spots in the house and legitimately talking to things that were not there. And I never kind of understood it. She was my world, like my absolute world. But anyways, so one day I was standing in the kitchen, and my Aunt Peggy, that had helped her raise me, had passed away a few years before that. My grandmother rounded the corner and she goes, "Your Aunt Peggy is standing right behind you." I'm like, she was like in her 80s. So you kind of figure at that point, maybe she's a little bit, kind of losing it a little bit. Maybe, I'm pretty sure y'all know exactly what I mean. She's not here. And she's like, she's behind you. She's sending hearts towards you. Which now we all know kind of means sending love, sending peace, sending happiness. So I went to turn around one last time, and not kidding you, and this is when I first kind of knew maybe I can kind of see spirit, is I turned around and I caught a very white mist just kind of floating sky. And I legitimately froze, because I'm like, wait a minute. I looked at my grandmother and I was like, wait, you actually saw her? And my grandma was like, 100%, right behind you. And I'm like, okay, I kind of saw a mist, kind of had a little feeling that something was behind me. Anyhow, so another year kind of passed. I still was wondering about this, and I finally asked her. I said, "Grams, like, what are you talking about? You saw Aunt Peggy? Like, I am curious about that." And at this point, I had actually been hearing stuff. I had actually been seeing stuff, kind of, you know how you see stuff out the corner of your eye? I'm pretty sure all of us have done that at one point in time. Just saw something out of the corner of our eye, or like, what was that? She sat down with me and she explained to me that in the family for generations, everybody's been able to feel energy of spirit. Everybody's been able to kind of interact, talk to, see, hell, pretty much have a cup of coffee with, whatever. She says she would not be surprised if I was able to pick that up as well, being that I come from a very long line of people that can talk to, see spirits, feel them, what have you. So at that point on, I was like, wow, maybe I have this gift and I just don't know it. Because there's been a couple of times I legitimately thought I heard someone talking and I was alone. My grandmother was like in a different part of the apartment or in a different part of my uncle's house, because we had a fairly big family and every weekend we would just come together, you know, like 8 of us or something, and stay at my uncle's house for like hours on the weekends. And I would always think I was hearing something in that house because he lived in Old Town Alexandria. And if any of y'all are familiar with Alexandria, Old Town Alexandria, you will understand that pretty much the entire damn city of Alexandria, all of downtown, everywhere, is probably haunted and active, because there's old cemeteries. And it actually, I'll link below a couple of the videos that I did at my grandmother's cemetery. I do believe I caught a few EVPs in there, which are really cool. There's also Mount Comfort Cemetery. I will link all those below because they are way, way far back in the video archive. I'll go ahead and link them down below so you can check them out. But Alexandria is definitely known for hauntings being active. Anyway, so one day, this is kind of when I realized I've got this gift. So unfortunately, my grandmother passed when I was 6. She actually went into the hospital and actually had lung cancer. She was in the hospital, wasn't going to come out of the hospital. It wasn't going to happen unless she came home to pass away. That's kind of all she wanted to do, was pass away at home, and I can't say I blame her. But anyway, so one night I was there. I had just ate a sandwich. I had just watched a movie. So I turned the TV off and went to bed. It was the bed that me and her slept in every night since I was like a tiny, tiny baby. And I was laying there. I was almost asleep. And out of nowhere, I felt this energy of just not good. Not good. Like, it's legitimately scared the shit out of me. I have no other way to put that. And I laid there for a couple minutes. So I turned the TV on in the bedroom to kind of put some light, some sound. Maybe that would help. Maybe it was just in my head because I was alone and I knew that I was terrified. So, but now that I look back on it, no, this was when my empathic abilities actually started to kick in. Anyway, so I decided, because it stayed for a very long time, I decided that I was going to pray it away. I was going to pray it away. At that point, I was raised Roman Catholic, which is a very, 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 very crazy religion and very, very, very strict way. I decided to pray it away. I'm like, okay, God, we're going to put it in your hands. Like, it was mean. It was nasty. No. So I put my head underneath the covers, as we all do when we're scared. I put my head underneath the covers and I prayed. I said the Our Father. I said the Hail Mary. I said a couple of my own prayers with some choice words in it because I wanted it to be gone. After I said my last prayer, it lifted. So at that point, I think that's when I kind of knew. I had the empathic sense of being able to feel energy, not yet seeing spirit. That's coming. Trust and believe that. Anyways, so I went to school one day. I went ahead and went up to visit my grandmother again. And at that point, she was deteriorating pretty fast. And I knew she wanted to go home and die. She wanted to be in her bed and pass away. So I was about probably a week away from turning 16. We had gotten her home. We, meaning a couple family members and a family attorney and so on and so forth. Excuse me, God. We got her home, and one day I was at the house with my aunt, and I said, Betty, we've got to go. I need to go see my grandma. She's going. It's like I heard her and I felt her calling to me. Babe, you need to come to me. I'm going. I really need to see you before I go. We got in the car and we went to the apartment, and I got there in enough time that I was able to sit beside her, hold her hand, tell her I loved her, and her baby's here. You can pass. And sorry. This always makes me want to cry because I miss her and I love her every damn day of my life. But anyway, so she literally was about 70 pounds when she passed away. And I love you too, honey. And she passed away. She was waiting for her baby to come back and say goodbye. I saved the tears. They almost fell. You would have seen a raccoon mess. Like, if I start getting really emotional, I will turn it around into something funny or sarcastic. It's how I cope. We all cope differently. Anyways, that right then and there is when I knew I had this ability. I can hear and I can feel spirit. Like, I can feel this energy. I felt her energy, and I'm glad I did. But that's when I knew I had this ability of being an empath. However, though, about 3 or 4 months after she passed away and we buried her, and I was laying in my room, minding my own business, trying to go to sleep. Again, still heartbroken, missing my gram, because she did raise me from birth to 16. Like, it's devastating when that happens. I'm sure y'all know. And I was laying there, and all of a sudden I got that feeling again. I got that feeling of, it was love, so much love and so much warmth. Just kind of, it gives me shivers now, just thinking about it. I heard her loud and clear saying, "I love you, honey. I'm so proud of you. Look up." And I looked up to the left corner of that room, and there she was. A beautiful angel, like she was, just staring at me. I will insert pictures of her right now. She gorgeous, and she was. And I'm like, whoa. She had her hand kind of going like this. Like she wanted me to kind of reach out and grab at her hand. And as soon as I did that, she went away. So anyways, that is how it came to pass, how I knew that I had empathic abilities, how I could see spirits. More an empathic ability that I have now, as far as like I'm able to feel energy of the alive and of the dead. So I can definitely get a read on the atmospheric energy and stuff like that. It is this insane ability that sometimes I don't want anymore. I can feel bad energy so quickly. I can feel good energy so quickly. But sometimes stuff sits with me, and that's kind of where I'm coming into play with my YouTube channel, because I was on YouTube. I used to love to watch everybody else do their channels, all Hunting the Dead, CJ Faison and Sonny D. I wonder if I could make a channel like that. I wonder if I were to make my channel and go just explore, not necessarily to find paranormal, but I've always found a comfort in cemeteries. Cemeteries always gave me absolute peace. I can't say that I haven't found a couple that will scare the bejesus right out of you. That's kind of where I was like, all right, you know, I guess I can start a channel. I guess I can kind of see where it's going to. Paranormal Playground and Urban Exploration was born exactly a year ago. Tomorrow, actually, I believe. A year ago tomorrow. I'm going to go the paranormal urban exploration route, because that's where my heart really is exploring and paranormal. I have to. It's like my thing. So I decided to go down that route, and I hustled. When I say hustled, it's kind of like it is now. Me trying to launch this channel back up again. Being so humble and so grateful to all of y'all that have subbed to my channel. By the way, if you notice I'm not subbed to yours, please let me know down in the comments. I don't like to leave anybody out. I believe that all YouTubers should stick together. All YouTubers should support you. I have worked tirelessly trying to relaunch my channel, trying to get a bunch of cool videos out to you guys. So anyways, I hope that this kind of filled you in on a little bit of how I came to be. I did drop the urban exploration part of my name because it was such a long 30-minute video right now. And I'm definitely going to have to edit this down because I don't want to bore you guys with my yappity schmackety. I am seriously launching this. This is my baby. This channel is everything to me. I really want it to grow. And I want all of your channels to grow as well. And if I can absolutely help you, I will definitely help you. Again, I believe all YouTubers should support each other because we all start at zero. We all start at zero. We all start somewhere. We all kind of wonder to launch our channels. How are we going to promote? How are we going to edit? We all start at one place. Zero. So without each other, our channels wouldn't even launch at all. Think about that. So anyways, I'm going to go ahead and stop this video. I just wanted to kind of give you a quick little bio about how I figured out I was empathic, how I figured out I wanted to launch my channel, just kind of a little rundown about stuff. But if you guys want to see more bonus videos of me just kind of updating you, catching you up on certain things, let me know in the comments because I'm always open for new ideas. Please, by all means, let me know if there's something that you would like to see on my channel. I'd be more than happy to do it if I could. So I'm gonna go ahead and stop this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope that I answered a bunch of questions that y'all had for me. Hope you enjoyed this bonus video. If you did, don't forget to subscribe, like, go over, hit the notification bell to be notified every time I upload a video, and I will see you guys soon.